Good evening. May lower the volume a little bit for the music. There we go. Welcome back to another episode of my office development live stream. Been a while, but I'm back, and I had to do some reformatting on my devices and stuff, and I realigned all my monitors over here. So let's start the show. And we're back. It's June 18, and I think last time was the first week of June where I did these build challenges, code challenges. Actually, we can have a look at that. Let's take this out of my view a little bit. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. And put that aside. There we go. Let's bring that in. And it's no surprise that the Build Cloud Skill Challenge, I was in the team Kai, the last place, 5th place. But it was not about winning, it was about doing. And what did we do? We did do a lot of components. There were a lot of winners as well. Getting the Service Book 3. Always nice if you need one. Well, everyone needs one, but let me check. I completed all the components. To sign in here. I think this is not the right one. Let's try this. All right. Also looking at the Azure 203 exam, and that's something I want to do next. I'll have a look at my achievements. Look at all these achievements. These are all related to the build challenge. I even got 3 trophies here. And one of the collections that I want to do next is the Azure 203 exam. To do that, you have to go into all these items. Where are they? Here. Let's lower the music a little bit more. Need to go in here for the first ones, create serverless applications, but I won't do that this time. I will do that another time. Today, I want to talk about some other things. Oops. And that's about office development. There are a lot of new things to talk about. And that's the Office Add-in extension for Visual Studio Code. Let's bring on Visual Studio Code. Code. I'm not sure if I already installed it over here. I also got some screenshots from the latest development show from Microsoft. Let's have a look. I can find that. That's about this one. The new Office add-ins developer tools. We have two things over here. Script Lab for Outlook. That's an important one. And make a note for that, so I don't forget to talk about that. Script Lab for Outlook. And more important is the F5 debugger in Visual Studio Code. And let's have a look at that. For that to work, you need, I think, the latest version of Edge, the Canary or the beta build. And guess what? That's something I have over here. But this is more related to the WebView that we are going to discuss a little bit later. Let's first go into the add-in developer. Add-in debugger, I should say. Let's have a look. Go to the extensions, and what we need to look for is Microsoft Office Add-in Debugger. Copy. Let's find that. That must be this one. Microsoft Office Add-in Debugger. Preview. It's in preview. So let's install this one. And it's now installed. The question is now, can we find a repo that we can use to debug? Let's see. The other thing that I wanted to discuss is that I created two repos last time, where we upgraded the one of these samples from .NET Core, .NET Core 2.1 to 3 point something. Let's have a look at that thing. That's in the PnP Office add-ins. Open the repo there and see if we can find if we are behind. Fetch. Let's get that. I'm using Tower because I'm trying to explore Tower a little bit instead of using GitHub Git to do this on the command line. So let's have a look at the working copy. Updated .NET Core to this, my last commit on the project. Not sure why I don't see the update. I think the pull requests should also be visible in Visual Studio Code, I think. What's this? Sign in requested. Oh my. Okay. Let's bring on the secrets here. Be logging in here to GitHub. Continue. GitHub. Password. Enter. Oops. That's not the right username. Oh, it doesn't need the mail extension. Now I have to put in my multi-factor. Be right back. There we go. And back to the screen. Oh. Open. Should be logged in now again. Let's have a look at this one. Fetch. Let's have a look at GitHub itself. That's this one. This is probably my own fork, is it? No, this is the official one. Pull requests. $62 closed. That must be mine in there as well. This one. So this was the pull request was pulled into the to the repo in here. Let's have a look at the projects in here. Let's find the location where I stored this. Nothing. Oh, I need to select this one. Where is it? I think it must be in repos or something like that. There. PMP. Git status. Already up. Oh, we're already up to date apparently. Let's see if we can do this. We install the Add-in Debugger. So let's open the project then. Code dot. Let's find out if we can do something debugging, like getting a lot of stuff over here, not important. Let's see, where did it go? Was this one? Yes. TypeScript, so let's go and close this one. Go to samples. Well, samples. Go to Office. .NET Core React add-ins. Code dot. No, that's not the one that I wanted. Let's go to TypeScript. So. Excel TypeScript code. So to see this, what's required assets? Add them, yes. Unresolved dependencies, restore, yes. Startup. There we go. Now the question is, can we debug this? Or one of the other ones, maybe. I need a simple, basic example for this. How can we demo this? Or maybe we just can create a new one. Let's find out. Office add-in Yeoman. Like this. (2020-06) 18, I think it's today. Yeah. Let's first check if Yeoman is installed. npm list global depth 0. So we should have Yo and generator office. Generator office, and we have Yeoman, yes. Yo office. What are we going to build? An Office add-in task pay project using React. And TypeScript. What's the name of your add-in? Test. What do we call this? Test. What are we testing? Test debugger. Debugger. Let's do the Excel one, because Excel is the most advanced of all Office clients for running scripts. In the background, I'm installing version 204 for Windows 10. We also have the insider build for Office that's allowing me to use WebView2, but that will be a discussion later on. If you're interested in finding the information about this, you can go to YouTube. Well, let's see if I'm logged in there. No. Office Developer. Microsoft 365 developer, that's called today. Go to the videos. And you look at this video here, Office Add-ins Community Call 2020, June 2020. This will show you how to use the debugger and also the WebView2. WebView2 is basically the web host that is used by the Office client. This time it's still, I think, Internet Explorer, but if you have the internal version, the Office Internals version, then you're allowed to run the WebView2 in the add-ins. Hopefully we can do some demo around that as well. Found 2 vulnerabilities, so they need to update their thingy there. Let's see, go to test debugger, code, and we should have the debugger active, I think. Enabled. This one, it's enabled. What do they say over here? Allows you to F5 to debug Office add-in against the Edge runtime, and for this you need, I think, the Canary or the beta version. Debug mode is dynamic, allowing you to set breakpoints while coding. Previously you had to install something weird that's called, what's it called? Edge Dev Tool. This one. If you run the add-in, then you can see one entry over here, but you have to go back and forth between this one and the add-in, so that's not that you don't have the preference to do that. So what are they saying here? Without losing debugging session, your code change also persists, so you can make your changes in the editor and see the changes while you're coding. Your prerequisites for Studio Code, that's what we have, must be run as an admin. That's interesting. Node.js version 10 plus. Node version 12, yes. Microsoft Edge, not Chromium. Microsoft Edge, not Chromium. Really? Yo Office, to create a new project, install and use. If you do not already have a project, create a new project with the latest version of Yo Office. That's probably what we just did. Yes, so we're good to go there. open a command prompt as admin. CMD command prompt, run as admin. Okay. This is what we did. To open VStudio Code as an admin, select the run as admin option when opening VStudio Code after searching for it in Windows. So why do we both need to open command prompt in admin as well as VStudio Code as an admin? I would say you're already running as an admin because you're running this as an admin. Data repos 2020. Go to test debugger. Code. Now we need to read this first. Oh, we can keep this open. Code. And it's opening the same one, so let's close this. Now reopening. Should say this is now running as an admin. I would think so. Go to the add-in, back to the instructions. Office Add-in Debugger. There we go again. Code, that's what we did. To open, once VStudio Code is open, navigate manually to the project folder, which is what we already did. To open VStudio Code as admin, select run as an admin option when opening VStudio Code after searching for it in Windows, but this is contradictory to doing this. With VStudio Code, select Ctrl-Shift-X to open the extension bar. That is what we already did, and this is what we do. In the code folder of your project, you'll find a launch file. At the end of the file, add the following code to the configuration section of the file. Okay. Copy. VS Code. In the file, what file? VS Code. Launch the JSON. No. I think it was about here somewhere. Studio Office Online, comma, Office Add-in. Attach to Office Add-in, port 9222. Verbose, localhost 3000. Task pane, and then we have something special over here. Not sure what that means. Go back to the extensions folder. So this was what we did. In the sections of the JSON, you can just find the URL section. In this URL, you need to replace the uppercase host text with the host application for your Office add-in. For example, if your host add-in, Office add-in is for Excel, your URL value would be https localhost 3000 task pane HTML host info Excel, and then something. Copy. This one. Excel Win 32. Open the command prompt and ensure at the root folder of your project, run npm start to start a dev server. When your add-in loads in Office host application, open the task pane. To return to Visual Studio Code, view debug or Ctrl+Shift-D. Let's first run the add-in. That's like Control-tick. npm start. That's a very small window. Install a certificate. Yes, let's do that. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Why is this not increasing? Need a little bit bigger. It's a lot bigger over here, but it's not showing it here. Oh, did I just close it? Let's do that again. npm start. That's a little bit bigger. Yes. That's more readable. That's not the one. Close 3000. Let's check first. HTTPS. Localhost 3000. It's not. I think it's local HTTPS. It's not showing the right one. Let's have a look at this one again. Should be right, but it's not showing the folder because it's different. Let's have a look at the add-in, if that's triggering. It says test debugging. Yeah, it's actually working right now. So if you select something and you press run, that's now yellow. So let's go into the code and go actually to one of the files, task pane, components. Let's go to the app. Is there a yellow maybe in there somewhere? Yellow. There's the yellow. So if I put a break in here, let's see if it's already doing something. It's not breaking, but we had to do something else there. Close this. Return to Visual Studio Code and choose View Debug, or Ctrl-Shift-D to switch to Debug View. View Debug Console. Ctrl-Shift-D, Ctrl-Shift-D. There's a debugger. There we have a breakpoint. No way to resize this. From the debug options, choose Attach to Office Add-ins. Where is it? From the debug options. Attach to Office Add-ins. There it is. And select F5. Or choose Debug Start Debugging from the menu to begin debugging. Set a breakpoint in your project task pane file. You can set a breakpoint in Visual Studio Code by hovering next to the line. And that's a common thing. It's actually going to the same thing. Run your add-in. It's actually not breaking. So my guess it should be done differently. Oh, there it is. Cannot connect. Okay. Because I think the explanation is not right. I think you should not do this one. Oh, this one starts just when your add-in loads in the office, you open the task pane, return to Visual Studio, switch to debug view. That's a different experience than they showed in the demo. Let's see what's going on if I just close this one. Don't save. Now this is still active, I think. What if I now run F5? Will it kick in Excel again? Something's happening over here. Looks like it's repeating something, trying to connect. But it says 9222. That's what in the config it was. My guess it would be 3000, but I'm not sure. Let's try again. Close this. With the terminal, let's go back to the explanation. maybe this actually needs to be run from admin. Let's try that. Close all the rubbish over there. No, I don't want to restart to install the new Windows version right now. Just put it aside, yes. Hopefully it doesn't reboot my system. This one is running admin, but also Fish Studio Code. Run as admin. Let's just do what they say. Let's have a look at this. Office Add-in Debugger. Install and use. Create a new project. That's what we did. Open command prompt as administrator. To open Visual Code as that's what we did. Navigate to your project directory. Run the following command. And I have to close the other one. So go in here. Code. Hopefully it will pick up the existing one. No, it's creating a new one. So let's do this a little bit different. Open folder. No, that's not the right one. 2026-18. Test debugger. Source, I think. Now select folder, test debugger, like this. Yes. Now we have to look at the terminal thing again. Now the app. Office Add-in. There we go. We just move this out of the way. Code dot. We opened it in Visual Code. Then we opened the launch thing. In Visual Code folder project, find the launch file at the end of the file. Add the code to configuration section. In the file, that's, I think we were in the right place. Here. We installed it, then we pasted this one in the section of JSON. You just find the URL section, that's this one. This URL, you will need to replace the uppercase host with the host application for your Office add-in. For example, if your Office add-in is Excel, your URL would be https localhost 3000. Let's copy that one from the document. Something like this. Copy. Let's check if that's actually the same. That's the same. Excel's the same. So that should be okay. Actually save this. Open a command prompt and ensure you are at the root folder of your project. So this will npm start from as I see it should only trigger the dev server. npm start, so don't do it from the terminal this time. That brings up the dev server and the add-in. We have to wait for this to compile. Compiled successfully, so it should be up and running now. Start a dev server. When your add-in loads in Office host application, open the task pane. Open the task pane. There it is. Actually, it was running. Return to Visual Studio Code. Choose. Let's go back. When your add-in loads in the Office host application, open the task pane. That's done. Return to Visual Studio Code and choose View Debug. That's in here. Shift D. From the debug options, choose Attach to Office Add-in. Or choose Debug Start Debugging. There's no debug chart. Start debugging. Start debugging. Run. From the debug options, you attach to Office add-ins, select F5, debug start debugging, set a breakpoint in your project file. You can set breakpoints by hovering. That's what I did. Option to resize that. And it's not working. Cannot connect runtime process timeout after 45,000 milliseconds. Reason: got a response from the target app, but no target page is found. So it got a response. Task pane HTML. That's not doing much. Or did it just break? No, we did not. It's still doing something here. Maybe it's just too slow. issues detected. 404 not found. That's the fev icon. The new issues tab, information about applications. DevTools in high contrast mode. Edge DevTools. This is in Edge itself. And the interesting thing is that it's maybe triggering the wrong Edge version, because the prerequisite said that it needed the normal version. So Microsoft Edge, not Chromium. So maybe I should shift the debug, the version of Edge to the different one. Let's close this one. Maybe that's the issue. Don't save. Close this one. And this already stopped, I think. Yeah. This one quit. So let's have a look at the default browser in here. Choose a default web browser. Let's make this a different one and bring in this one. That would be sad if that's the case. Okay. So now let's see npm start. Boom. Excel. Now I don't get the Excel extension. What's this? Already running. Oh, okay. I have to do something here. It's closing down. Probably have to kill something here. Close everything. Command. Run as admin. And check the task manager. Microsoft Edge. Should be okay now. Data, projects, no repos. 2020. Test debugger. I should say code. I'll just first start npm start. See if it's running. There it is. Now the question is, what browser is running? It's running Edge. No clue. Edge, there's Edge running, disabled. What? Okay. Let's find. Did it compile already? Yes, compiled. Open the task pane. Here, let's see. We have some ads running here. The old one. So now get in here and do code. Ctrl-Shift-D. Still have the breakpoint in there. Attached to Office add-ins, maybe. Debug console, something's going on here. It's still running. See, it's not working. Google. Let's give us a try with Google. Now we have to comply again. Agree. Cannot connect to runtime process. Cannot connect to runtime process. Timeout after 45. What is it? 1000 milliseconds. And we should do this with the extension called Microsoft Office Add-in Debugger. Microsoft Office Add-in Debugger. Not found. Let's have a quick look at the video, YouTube. They are actually cheating because they created a different application, different add-in. Office developer. There, videos, June. Can we get some pictures here? I think it's this one. So why is it not showing the video? Let's do it on the other machine then. Let's do it this way. Currently we are live. Go go to Office Microsoft 365 Developer, Videos, Add-ins.
And the best way to...
Whoops.
I could have been coding this, and then if I wanted to debug it, I would either have to open this Edge Dev Tools.
This is the old experience.
And then pick this. I'm not going to...
Oh, by the way, here you see the URL. So let's see if we can do the same thing with the Microsoft Edge DevTools preview. DevTools. So now you see, oh, this is the wrong thing, is it? This is the video. Let's close some stuff over here. Close it. This, and this one is still running. But this one, it's not. I started it from here. Debugging is being started. Type desktop. Enable debug for add-in something. Debug method 0. Starting the dev server webpack. Running dev server loading on 3000 8552. Don't think the process is still available here. It's not in here. What? See, it's not showing here. That's for that reason. It's also probably not showing the other one. That's debugger. This is attaching Edge. So maybe I'm now in trouble because I may be in running the WebView already, WebView2. Sources. There you see the process. But this is running at 3000. And that's also what's specified in the URL over here. Over there. Interesting. There's the timeout of 4500. This is actually the right thing, I think. But I think this is WebView2 already. Let's check on the task pane. Task Manager. Wow. Let's check if that's the case. Close all of this. Don't save. Close that. Now I have to go into command window again. No, 2020 something. Should not be projects. Repos. 2020 something. This debugger. So what if we just start this one, npm start. This will immediately kick in Excel as well. The question is, will this also bring in Chromium and WebView2? I think it was already running, yes, so we still have to wait for node close. Let's try again. No. Data. Repo. CD 2020. CD test debugger. No, let's start npm start. There's node. Took some time to shut down, apparently. Got it. Wait for the compiler. Now open the task pane. Task Manager. See, it's using WebView2. The question is, does this break the normal debugger? Here you are. Excel is actually using WebView2. This was my second point of tension that I wanted to discuss. So it's no longer using So what were the prereqs for code to do this? Command. Run as admin. Data repos. CD 2020 something code. No, there's nothing in there. So the add-in. My guess is that this will be breaking if it's using WebView2. According to the prereqs, it needs this one, the not Chromium version. Is there a link to GitHub maybe? In the issue section of this repo. Where's the repo for this one? There. Open. 2 commits. That's exactly what we did. Copyright. This is just the README. There's nothing in here. Courtney Owen. Is that the one doing the presentation? Issues. This version, the PC that I'm streaming from, is not the WebView2 version. Also, we check Excel. I have Excel account and then about. This one is 16.3001. So this is also insider version, I think. Because the reason that I say this is that you need this for WebView2 16.3001. That's already above that. Install Edge Browser Dev Canary. test validate, debugging, right click, debug, Studio. This is already different because it's not showing msdev, msH.exe, but it's showing, let's see, we've seen here, it's showing Edge WebView. So that's tough one. Let's try to attach this again. Studio Code. Close this. Studio Code. Again, run as admin. No option. Come on. Visual Studio. Come on. Visual Studio Code, there you are. Run as admin. Yes. Open folder. Already in there. Shift D. Open a file that can be debugged, like source. Commands. Components, app. Here you are. Find yellow. There you are. 9. Oh. 9. Shift D. Run and debug. I'm already running it. Where's the launch version? In here, launch. It's in here. We'll search for a tab with exact URL and attach to it. Copy. Let's see what if we do this. Shift D. Let's try something else. Test debugger. Shift D. Not sure why it's now working. Attach to the Office add-in. The breakpoint over here. Run. It's not breaking. Discovering targets. Cannot connect to runtime 45,000 milliseconds. Available pages. It's exactly the one that we want. Specify the workspace absolute path to the web server root is used to resolve paths like apps.js on files on disk. Shorthand for the root item. Let's go back to the video and let's have a check there. Because this one is not showing.
I'm gonna open it now. Pick this COVID tracker, and then I could debug that task page.
COVID-19 tracker Excel add-in. Like this, maybe. No. That's something different. That's not the one from the video. Go back a little bit. Let's see. XLTS, that's all the same thing. That's the Outlook script lab thing. Then we have this one. This is going about the Add-in Debugger. Let's see if I can see some things from the screen. This one is looking at the website, the host info Outlook. Going through the debug window, put 2 breakpoints in there, source task pane. Start debugging, there you go. This one is doing something different. npm run start desktop. Attached to add-in, so that must be a little bit different. Looks like it's starting from scratch. Let's try that. So close Excel. And also close the node thingy over there. That's what it's doing over there. Run this. No, nothing happens. Because he's starting it in a different way. This one. Doing something different in the video. Executing task, npm run start desktop dash application.
And I'm going to go over to my code here, and I already have a couple breakpoints attached to debugger. So I'll click this, then side load here. What I have to be the default here, but you can find it in the store under, if you just type in add-in, it'll be the first one that pops up. So what I have here is a little project, task pane project I created called COVID Tracker. And basically it queries active COVID data and will show you a chart using Office.js.
It's not
we'll
running.
Kick it off here. And what this is going to do, this will automatically side load. Side load meaning launch the host application, register the add-in, and then it will automatically attach to debugger. So I'll click this. And I'm going to go over to my code.
So this is doing npm run start desktop dash app Excel. This one. This one. Online. This one is Excel desktop. If you run this, Now it's doing something different. Debugger is attached. Waiting to get served. Got it. It's running already. No, I don't have Node. Let me check. $3,000. Running port 3000, but why is it not showing in here? Where did my node window go? Is it now working? No, it's not working. So I have to close this down again. Don't save. Exit it. Because I think I killed my node window for some reason. Let's do this again. There's my node window. Did I just kill this one? Debugger attached. And now it's gone. So it's killing my node. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Load again. A new entry of Excel. And it's killed again. Got it. Let's do this one then. Now this won't work because my node window is already killed. What's going wrong in here then? Go back to all the top. What's this then? It's going over all the processes apparently. In Initialize client ID, VS Code, adapter. Type attach. But this one is not visible. This one is refused. Trying to debug my project, which was simply made of index.html app.js in the root folder, but when try to launch Chrome to debug, it will load Chrome, but won't show the index page. It's rather one that lists inspectable pages. Here's my launch setting. Chrome against localhost 9222. Port in the launch config matches the port in the URL. Let's have a look at this. Localhost 9222/JSON. No. HTTP. It's using Edge right now. HTTPS, maybe. No. Oh. 2017. This is what I see as well. Doesn't do the same thing. Don't save. Start F5, wait browser open, new window. A minute later shows window with error. To example, launch config with request launch, you must specify the file to launch. You want to use a different installation of Chrome. With request attach, you must launch Chrome. Chrome with remote debugging enabled. Are they actually using Chrome in the video? They are. Is that a thing?
Code here, and I already have test pane add-in loaded there. Now I'm going to go back to VS Code, and this will attach in a second. There, we're attached. So you see the progress bar stopped. Now I'm going to go back to the add-in here. And so if I can just sort of give you an idea.
Wait a minute.
In the past, I could have been coding this, and then if I wanted to debug it, I would either have to open this Edge Dev tool.
Is it just a timeout? It's maybe way too long. Start desktop. Let's change the default browser here. Default browser. Let's make that Chrome. Right click the Chrome shortcut and select properties in the target field. Append remote debugging. Or in a command line, command prompt. If you have another instance of Chrome running, you don't want to restart it, you can run a new instance on a separate user. Type Chrome. So that's also in here. Now type Office Add-in. Chrome user profile node cannot connect to target. E-connection refused, that's what we see. Normally if Chrome is already running, when you start with the launch, then the new instance won't start in the remote debugging mode. Okay, so default extension launches Chrome with a separate user profile. If you're using attach config, make sure you close other running instances of Chrome before launching a new one. Other targets. My guess is related to my version of the Office add-in. That's no longer showing in the Edge browser as well. close all the browsers. No browsers anymore. This is running in admin mode. So now let's have a look at this one. So error already. It says this one. But now it's not starting my Excel for some reason. See, maybe it's just taking. It's not taking too. It's taking too long, maybe. Let's close all of this. Refresh should be empty here. So now open Visual Studio Code, runs an admin. Yes. Let's see if we are in the right folder. Yes. Shift D. Go to the launch thing over here and the README states something like first create a project, open command, it's admin. I'm already in admin. Run as admin. Run Visual Studio Code after searching for it in Windows. Navigate to the project, code dot. Run as admin. Shift D, that's the debugger. Copy this in. Change Excel, that's what we did. Open the command prompt. Run npm start to start a dev server. When your add-in loads in the Office host application, open the task pane, return to Visual Studio Code, switch to the debug view, choose attach to add-ins. So the way they explain it in here, let's close all these things here. Is to first do an npm start. npm start. This will create a server over here. compiled successfully. Multi-dev server. Then, according to the text, we need to go back to Shift D. Then, first, let's move this one a lot higher. And do this. To the debug console. Just trying to connect somehow. Cycles. Taking a long time. The question is, do we need to load the task pane first? Downloading. So this one is active. Still trying to connect. Because if we now do dev preview tools, this one is also not found. So the target is not found on this add-in. That's most likely because the task manager, if I look at this one, it's not showing anything in here. But this has the WebView active. Oh. Reload. It's the web view. Well, beats me. I'm going to close down. So I will create an issue and point to the video so they can have a look at it. Well, at least we prove that we're now running the WebView2. And by doing so, you can actually do something different. Because now you should be able to attach the debugger this way. Go to the sources. So the question is, if you do something like this and then run, a lot of stuff in here. It's all like CSS. Where did my restream chat thing go? You can actually see the URL for this. This is now in the browser. So let's try again in here. Because the other one, this one, actually was able to connect to this page. So that's interesting. But previously did not work at all. It's now working in the browser. Try to attach again, maybe it now picks it up from the browser. That's the dev preview tool. Refresh, nothing. Still comes with this one. I have no clue, just that it does not work at this time. What if I make this red? Save. It's not reloading it either. Oh, maybe that's taking some time compiling. Not compiled successfully, so reload. That's the one. That's actively reloading, but it's not attaching to this debugger. It's not. It's now attaching to the other debugger. Let's close all of this. Don't save. So go to GitHub. Nope. Let's do this from the other one. Let's have a quick look anyway.
Test pane add will attach in a second. There, we're attached. So you see the progress bar stop. Now I'm going to go back to the add-in here. And so if I can just sort of give you an idea, in the past, I could have been coding this, and then if I wanted to debug it, I would either have to open this Edge Dev Tools and then pick this. I'm not going to open it now. Pick this COVID tracker.
But it's not visible in the debug targets either.
Task pane add-in. But it required going back and forth between two tools. So here I can debug and code, and what I'll show you is I can actually make changes and they're picked up immediately. So I'm going to get the data for the US.
So this is not working.
Later on, I'm going to change. I can is it runtime S code. Then the ADM will not be able to attach to the task pane process.
There's a way to comment.
You can also give us feedback about our documentation and the other experiences you've had with the platform. If you are new to Office add-ins, please check out our quick starts you can get and want to present. Please let us know. Totally makes sense. I know we also got some calls or some questions in through the submission form about that, so thank you for speaking to that. We also got a few questions about on-send, so we'll make sure in the follow-up blog post to answer all of the questions that have come in out of band as well, and anything we didn't address in this call. I know we're a little short on time, so if we didn't get to your question, please paste it in the chat. You can keep the conversation going after the call, the video part is done. So yeah, thank you for that. So as we wrap up, we encourage you all to engage with us. If you are working on add-ins yourself and want to present, please let us know. We welcome the community to share what they've been working on, to share your add-ins and your experiences. So we'll paste this link in the chat, but yeah, ACA-MS Office Add-ins Engage. You can also give us feedback about our documentation and the other experiences you've had with the platform. If you are new to Office add-ins, please check out our quick starts, you can get an add-in up. If you are new to documentation,
Let's have a look at this one. aka.ms.office add-ins. Engage. Office add-ins engage. Let's copy that. ms aka.ms office add-ins engage. Let's copy this into my notes. And go to code window. Repos 2020 test debugger code. Quickly go into the extension thingy. Have a look at this one. Go to repository. Open. Question commands. Love the feedback. Send feedback under issues. Issues. I need to sign in here. Come on. Watch. Star. Who forked it? Oh, no. I wanted to know who forked it. Courtney own itself. Does he have an update in here? Maybe 17 days ago. One commit behind. Okay, so he's commit behind. Oh. That's interesting. There's much more in here. This is 29 days ago. Did they remove all of this? See, the 922 thing is not in here. Pre-launch task. See, this is the pre-launch task. It's a different one. That's interesting. This is actually what we see in the video as well. So what if I change this, put this one in, copy. Please enter the URL for the Office Online document. Go in here, launch, and put this in there. Oh. What time is it? 12:30 already. Let's try this. And here you notice it's Excel already put in there. That's but the 9222 thing is gone. Sideload add-in on the task in here. Sideloaded in. This is the sideloaded in task. Build is default true. Copy. Stop debugging length. Install dev server. Build. So version 2. Presentation clear. It needs more than this. It's the complete thing. Like this, copy. Save. So this would mean that if you do the launch on the offset in thing, that would previously side launch the add-in there. Let's try this. Save. And save. This is not the admin mode, so I need to do this in admin mode. CMD. Run as admin. Go to data, repo, 2020. Test code dot is now admin. Yes, it's admin. Control Shift D. Now we pick this one and run it. Yarn is not recognized as an internal command. Okay. Abort. Get back in here. So apparently he's using yarn instead. What code is in here? Nothing much. Test. So we have the launch in here. Attach. Office add-in. Then doing sideload add-in from this one. npm start desktop. Yarn run. Why is this using yarn? Why is this done by yarn? Yarn? Nothing. So it's kind of different if we do this. We remove this one. But instead I'm doing closing this one. Control tick again. Oh. Missing property port. It's complaining about a port. So it's interesting. So why was the code all removed? Is the question. Two commits. Moving the source code of the extension over to the ADO, so the project is not subject to open source rules. Okay. Leaving repos public so users can still post issues. Leaving readme so people can still get instructions on how to use. Leaving package JSON because this will be required, I think, for updating the version of extension when we publish a new release. So I removed all the code from open source. So in that case, just to be sure, get into this one. And go into the forks. Let's see, this one still empty. This one. "29 days ago." So this one is the most recent one, I think. 20 days. So I want to fork this one. So this is mine now. And to get this one local, just go in here. Oh. Git clone. Oh. Yep, there it is. Oops. CD VS Code. Chrome debug session. It's debug session. Simple configs. This is not working anymore. Maybe Ctrl A, just mess the other one completely up. Tasks, Ctrl A, Ctrl V. Then take this one, Ctrl A, Ctrl copy, go to launch, Ctrl A, Ctrl V, save. This is complaining about the port missing for some reason. But then I don't care less. So why is it not complaining in here then? I guess JSON. Dependencies, script, build. Add debug. Let's quickly check what's going on if we do this. It's doing the yarn thing again. I don't want to do the yarn thing. Where's the other one? Tasks, this one. Copy. Took too long. Let's compile now. Remove the side-loaded in task. Do this again. Pretty sure it doesn't work. No. Okay. Closing it down. I'm going to post an issue in here. Issue. Okay. New issue. Doesn't seem to attach anymore. Running. Running version 16. Oh, 1312. 2000. 64 bits. This does seem to run WebView2. Would that be an issue? I think it is, as it also does not show the entry in, what's it called? Microsoft Edge DevTools. Oh. Microsoft Edge DevTools. Anymore. now you can use the attach in the add-in task pane. This, however, now attaches to Edge Chromium setting the default browser to Edge, not Chromium, or Chrome to no effect. Can you provide a working scenario using this? My efforts are recorded and can be reviewed at https youtube.com/soft as in software. Check if that's correct. Videos. Share. Maybe this one should also work. Okay, let's copy that. Submit. And let's see if we can get some feedback on this. let's wrap this up for now. At least what we learned today is that there is a WebView2 attached to the add-in these days, and there should be a debugger, but the debugger does not work. For me at least it is. So let's get back to the main window there. Quite some effort to get nothing, but we'll try another time again when maybe you get some feedback, hopefully. So thanks for watching today. I will be at least back next Thursday, well, next Tuesday I think. Yes, most likely I will be there Tuesday again. If you want to watch the next episode, just make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're in YouTube, or you put the follow button over there, something on Twitch, and to make sure that you're not missing one of the other streaming things. So thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time in our next live coding session. Bye bye.